Joining us now is Bishop David Walkowiak of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Thank you so much for being with us.
Happy to be with you.
Maybe if you could start off by telling us a little bit about the diocese and let people know a little bit about Grand Rapids.
Sure, I'd be happy to. The Diocese of Grand Rapids is 11 counties in West Michigan, about 7,000 square miles. We have about 180,000 Catholics within those 7,000 square miles. Most of them are in the areas of Grand Rapids itself, which is the second largest city in Michigan. And then pretty much along the shoreline of Lake Michigan, Muskegon is another big area. And then, of course, as you go north, it becomes more farmland and then even more forests and wilderness area. So it's a great mix. It certainly is a destination for a lot of people from Chicago or from eastern Michigan because there's so many things to do. So it's very, very nice. It's a great place to be.
What's it been like for you? I know you've been just over a year?
It was a year in June. I feel like I'm still on honeymoon. Everybody's been so good and supportive to me, and I really feel that the people are very anxious to build up the church and to pursue the church's mission. So I feel very blessed in being there.
Talk about maybe some of you've been sort of getting acquainted to the diocese, but maybe some of the issues, some of the challenges, or some of the things that are going well in the diocese itself, and maybe if you could share some of those with us.
Education is very important to me. I myself am a product of Catholic education. I was in Cleveland Diocese, a pastor with a parish with a school, and so I am very much interested in seeing Catholic education flourish. I'm very happy to say we have 4 Catholic high schools in the Diocese of Grand Rapids. We have 25 grade schools, and I want to see them continue to flourish. I think they're doing very well. And of course, when you talk about Catholic schools, you're talking not just about an academic program, but also about faith formation, and both of those things are very important. So that really is one of my key areas of interest and one of the things that I'm really working on in terms of trying to develop marketing and communication. Catholic schools are successful, and so I think it's very important that we get the good news out and to tell people the great difference that Catholic education makes. And to let people know, especially, that we do have tuition assistance available so that the schools become more accessible to a wider range of people. Also, I think it's very important to do recruiting and to retain the students we have, as well as to, as I mentioned earlier, provide financial access so that the people who want to go to a Catholic school, who want their children to go to a Catholic school, can do that. So education is really something that's very important. Another thing that I certainly am very much aware of and very happy about is we have a large Latino population in the Diocese of Grand Rapids. At least 33% of our Catholics are Latino Catholics. And so we really need to be more intentional and very much more committed to serving them, because I think that in a certain sense they are underserved, and we have a good population in Kent County where Grand Rapids is, but a lot of them will work on the farms and the orchards and things like that, because the diocese is very agricultural. And so they're a great blessing to us, and we want to be a blessing to them too, so that their faith will grow and they can find the Lord in contact with their Catholic faith. And
technology is growing, and it's hard to keep up with all that. But talk about that communication in the diocese as well. I know we're trying to get our word out with CatholicTV as well, but importance of a Catholic presence in media and technology as well.
There are so many competing voices for our attention today, and we hope to have a voice of evangelization, but there's other voices out there that our Catholic people, indeed all people, are immersed in as they live their lives. We have the voices of the government, we have the performing arts and entertainment, we have higher education. There are a number of things. There's consumerism, competing with the Judeo-Christian traditions. And so I think it's very important that we get the Catholic message out. There are many different ways to communicate in social communications and means like that, but let's face it, Lots of people watch TV, lots of people listen to the radio. Those forms of communication have been around a long time, and they are still favorites. I don't know whether, I think I heard somewhere that by the time you're 18 you will have watched maybe 7 years of TV or something like that. It might not be exact, but I think you can understand that TV is extremely important. And with the kind of programming that we find on TV, you can see the fact that people are very, very much growing up in a secular culture and environment. So to provide an alternative, to provide the truth that the Catholic programming can do, I'm very, very happy. We have a Catholic radio station in Grand Rapids, and I'm doing what I can to encourage Catholic television to be a presence there as well. Because I think that people are hungering for the truth. They're looking for ways to reach out to others and to God. And I think that really Catholic programming is very, very popular. And so I'm really hoping, so far, I've seen to it that our parishes are very much aware of Catholic television, and I'm trying to get them to call the TV, the cable programmers and whatnot, to see if we can get that kind of cable service. And I understand from our communications director it's going pretty well, and I'm really hopeful that we will have more extensive Catholic TV coverage in our area.
Great. Well, we thank you so much for your efforts and for being here and talking with us today.
Very happy to be with you. Thanks.